Hello and welcome to the Introductory Financial Statement Modeling course. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at modeling the wastewater treatment plant's operating cost. And the wastewater treatment plant operating cost consists of three types of operating costs: the variable O&M, chemicals, and power cost, which will depend on the wastewater treated volume, and the variable cost per unit of 50 cents per cubic meter. Then we have the fixed O&M cost, which is 30 million per year, and fixed management cost of 20 million per year. So the way we're going to be modeling the variable O&M, chemicals, and power cost, first we'll have to calculate the volume, the wastewater treated volume, which will depend on the plant capacity and the seconds in a year, which will give us the wastewater treated volume per year of approximately 79 million. And we have already calculated this number in our revenue sheet, so all we have to do is borrow that number from our revenue sheet and multiply by the variable cost per unit of 50 cents per cubic meter. And this will give us the variable O&M, chemicals, and power cost per year of approximately 39 million. And the fixed portion of O&M cost is given per year, and our model is annual model. Therefore, this fixed O&M cost will flow directly into our projections. The only thing we have to do is multiply the fixed O&M cost by the timing flag, which will give us the projected fixed O&M cost of 30 million per year. And it's the same procedure for the fixed management cost, or the only thing we have to do is multiply the fixed management cost by the timing flags, which will give us the annual projected fixed management cost. So let's get back to our model and start working on the operating cost for our wastewater treatment plant project. And the first thing we have to do is create the worksheet from our template sheet. So Alt-E-M, Alt-C, and then rename it Alt-H-O-R. Let's call this operating cost, and let's call this operating cost projections. So the first item that we'll be modeling will be the variable O&M, chemicals, and power cost. And we know that the variable chemicals and power cost per unit is 50 cents per cubic meter. This is going to be a placeholder for now. This number is an assumption. It's going to come from the input sheet. And the next thing we have to do is calculate the volume. We already calculated it in our revenue sheet. So let's color this red, copy, and paste the link here. Copy across and paste. And let's color this blue. This is an imported link. Okay, and the variable O&M, chemicals, and power cost is going to be the variable cost per unit, anchored and multiplied by the wastewater treated volume. Next, we're going to be modeling the fixed portion of O&M cost, or fixed O&M cost. And the fixed O&M cost, according to the case study instructions, is 30 million per year. And we will need our forecast period flag. Select the row, copy, and just select the row and paste. and then the fixed O&M cost is going to be the fixed O&M cost anchored multiplied by the forecast period flag. Copy across and paste. Let's take the sum, and then this is going to be thousands. Next, we're going to model the fixed management cost. Again, fixed management cost is going to be 20 million according to the case study. The forecast period flag, and then in the formula is going to be this assumption anchored multiplied by the forecast period flag. Copy across and paste. Let's take the sum. Next, let's create the summary. Copy this and paste the link. Copy and paste the link. Copy this and paste the link. Copy across and paste. Right, so let's call this operating cost. That's going to be sum of variable and fixed cost. Copy across and paste. In the unit, let's sum this. And here we go, we have our operating cost. Let's create the top border. And let's clean up this worksheet. Just copy this and let's paste the formats. Again, this is okay, this is okay, and let's copy this, paste the formats here. That's okay. Now let's export this operating cost to the financial statements. This will go to P&L. We shall do the same for revenue. It goes to the P&L. And let's color this red. Copy, let's go to the financial statements and paste the link. Copy across and paste. Let's copy this and paste the formats. And here we have our operating cost. We can model the EBITDA too. That's going to be the difference between the revenue and operating cost. Copy across and paste. And let's take the sum. And let's remove the field. Right, so in this lesson we model the operating cost and calculate the EBITDA. In the next lesson we're going to be modeling the fixed assets and depreciation. So see you in the next lecture.